64 wins, tying the Warriors' historic 24-1 start. Yet the 2025 champion Oklahoma City Thunder fell in a heart-wrenching Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals against the San Antonio Spurs.
Was this just an unlucky injury hiccup for Jalen Williams? Or is a salary cap nightmare quietly tearing this machine apart? In today's video, 5-Minute Hoops decodes SGA's defensive iron wall, the true cost of the second apron, and the exact timeline for OKC to reclaim their crown. Watch now so you don't misread the Western Conference picture next season. First off, let's look at why the believers insist OKC is still the biggest mountain to climb in the league. Simple. They run what many consider the golden standard of modern NBA roster construction, a two-way superstar big three surrounded by elite role players. At the epicenter of every offensive set is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. At 28 years old, SGA is right in his absolute prime. Last season, he put up MVP-level numbers, averaging 31.1 points and 6.6 assists per game. His slashing ability and mid-range game are so lethal, he's virtually unguardable one-on-one. Anchoring the paint as his counterpart is Chet Holmgren, one of the league's premier modern bigs. Chet blocks shots at the rim with his insane wingspan, while boasting a smooth three-point stroke that drags opposing centers out, leaving wide-open lanes for SGA to attack. And the third piece of the puzzle, Jalen Williams, an all-star two-way wing who can create his own shot, finish strong at the cup, and lock down anyone from guards to forwards. But OKC's firepower doesn't stop with their big three. Take a look at the terrifying two-tier defensive wall head coach Mark Daigneault commands. On the perimeter, you've got all-defensive veteran Alex Caruso and Cason Wallace suffocating opponents. Inside, the twin tower duo of Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein, who is coming off a monster season averaging 9.4 rebounds a night, are ready to erase anyone brave enough to step into the paint. However, the skeptics aren't just talking noise when they point out the fatal cracks forming in this machine. First off, the steep price of the second apron. To lock down max extensions for Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams, OKC was forced to part ways with key rotational shooters like Lou Dort, Aaron Wiggins, and Isaiah Joe. That gutted their perimeter depth in an instant. Now, a massive burden falls on the shoulders of young guards like Cason Wallace, AJ Mitchell, and rookie Jared McCain. Without veteran poise in high-stakes playoff moments, can these young guys handle the heat? Second, the glaring concern around Jalen Williams' health. J-Dub's recurring hamstring injury cost him 49 regular season games last year, which was the exact reason OKC ran out of gas when it mattered most. If the SGA, Chet, J-Dub trio isn't 100% healthy, this Thunder system immediately shows vulnerabilities. And finally, the Western Conference is an absolute bloodbath where mistakes aren't forgiven. Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs just knocked OKC out of both the West Finals Game 7 and the Emirates NBA Cup semifinals. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Timberwolves, Denver Nuggets, and Dallas Mavericks are all waiting in the weeds to devour any weakness. So what's the real story behind OKC's championship odds for the 2026-2027 season? League analysts place their realistic title probability at 25% to 30%, solidifying them as a top 2 contender across the entire NBA. Why? Because unlike other teams, OKC's front office, led by Sam Presti, is still sitting on an invaluable gold mine, the largest chest of first-round draft picks in the league. If young guards like Cason Wallace or Jared McCain aren't quite ready, or if any roster gap shows up mid-season, OKC has more than enough assets to pull off a blockbuster trade deadline move without touching their core.